All right, our first story this week is a doozy. So the character Spider-Man, everybody knows him, everybody loves him. He is going to be exclusive to the PS4 version of the new Marvel Avengers game that's coming out, being developed by Crystal Dynamics. And we haven't really seen a big split in a big AAA game with like the characters that are available in each game since like the Soul Calibur series. Like a good example was like on GameCube they had Link, on Xbox they had Spawn, and then on PS2 who was it? Heihachi from Tekken. I wanted to ask you guys, there's like timed exclusives and like smaller permanent exclusives. What do you guys think about like this massive divide? I feel like this is like a huge decision they've made and is going to put a big divide in the community. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I mean, Sony owns Spider-Man, so they own the rights to the Spider-Man movie franchise or something.
It's so weird. Like where do you draw the line?
I don't know.
Like, what do you own? So they must own the video games. They must own.
I think they just own
movies.
it. Like they own him. Like because they had to do that weird agreement they had to get Spider-Man in the Avengers.
The MCU?
Yeah.
But there's also so Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is exclusive to the Nintendo Switch,
right?
And that has Spider-Man and the other Spider-Man
and other Spider-Man.
Yeah, they have like Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, like they have various other Spider characters. So I don't understand why they would make this Spider-Man exclusive to only PlayStation, because
it's not like a Sony published game.
Yeah,
like it's not like it's like Spider-Man is like that Sony game by Insomniac, and it's not like made by like. Does Sony like make their what's a Sony game? Do they like actually make their own games, or do they just have a bunch of different?
Well, there's
Isn't that
PlayStation Studio.
Yeah.
But I think that
what do they make?
I think that includes like Naughty Dog and Sony Santa Monica.
Okay.
Like the God of War and Uncharted.
So Santa Monica Studios is like that's just like they own that.
Yeah, I think so. I think they own Naughty Dog. They own Insomniac. They own.
Interesting.
Santa Monica. Yeah, I think they own them. I don't think there's a specific Sony Studios. There's that PlayStation Studios, which I believe they're encompassing all of their first-party studios in.
I guess that makes sense. I guess they like even with Nintendo, like Intelligent Systems makes like Paper Mario and Retro makes Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Like there's not like
a Nintendo.
Who made Super Mario Odyssey?
Yeah,
I don't want to get too off track.
That is a Nintendo.
That's Nintendo.
Yeah, that's an in-house developed. But like
Anyways.
Smash Brothers is a different studio, but it's owned by Nintendo. So
yeah,
who knows? It's very confusing.
It's extremely confusing. But I just think that this decision to have Spider-Man be exclusive to the Sony version of the game, the PS4 version of the game, or PS5 version, is just like a bad move. I feel like Xbox people are gonna feel like alienated.
Yeah, there's gonna be. I saw some posts about this, and somebody said like, why would you consider buying the Xbox or PC version if you're not gonna get anything out of it? And Spider-Man's exclusive to PlayStation, so there's no need for you to buy the other versions of this game. I don't think it's timed. I don't know if it's timed. I didn't see anything about it being timed.
I didn't see anything about timed. It looked like from everything I read. Do we have a quote in here or no? No, we don't. But what I saw when I read it, it was basically permanent. At the bottom of like the article that we found, it basically is like this is a permanent exclusive.
Yeah. I don't know. That game doesn't. It's not been doing well in previews. Like, people aren't that excited about it, even though it's like an Avengers game. I think this actually got them excited for it. So it's probably more a benefit to Crystal Dynamics and, I guess, Square Enix is publishing it.
That's true.
Just saying, hey, we got Spider-Man. Even though it's not Insomniac Spider-Man, which people love from the Insomniac Spider-Man game. It's just going to be Crystal Dynamics play on Spider-Man,
right. which will just be a Tom Holland ripoff.
Yeah, it's the bootleg version. Did you see Did you see Hawkeye? They revealed Hawkeye recently too. They're all bootleg.
I thought for a second you said hot guy. I was like, did you see Hawkeye? You mean Thor? No, I didn't see Hawkeye. What does he look like?
He's very generic looking. He has a shaved head.
Is he wearing like his purple stuff?
No, not like the comics. Like it's more. It's closer to the MCU Hawkeye.
Yeah. Which is closer to like the Ultimates. Like there's a series that was going on in the comics before the movies came out. It's called like Ultimate Avengers or something like that. And I feel like a lot of these guys are taking from the Ultimates. Yeah. They did that a lot with the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 sort of took from the Ultimate comics. And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 came out, and you're like, oh, here's the MCU influence big time. So I feel like it's a little bit of a mishmash.
Yeah.
They like kind of try to split the difference.
I always think they're odd. I just think the character models are very odd looking in this Avengers game. But it's probably because I'm so ingrained in that MCU that I'm not used to seeing like MCU's
like 10 different versions. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird. I think it alienates Xbox people. Did you want to comment on that part, Camilo, at all before I ask my next question?
Yeah, I mean, I always tied Spider-Man with Sony, so like I'm not surprised, but like
right.
Yeah, but like going into your next question, it does. Maybe we'll get. I don't know if you want to say the next question.
Yeah. No, the next question is: do you think that because Sony is getting their own exclusive character, does that mean that PC Xbox players are going to get their own exclusive character? Do you think that's something that's in the cards?
Probably. I don't know what matches Spider-Man though.
Yeah, there's nothing. Like,
nothing.
Is Spawn a Marvel character? Because I feel like if they could do a Spawn, it's not.
I don't think so. I think he's DC.
I do have one that makes sense.
Is Green Lantern DC?
Nah, that's DC.
Green is DC.
But She-Hulk, because she's green.
Yeah, and they already have Hulk in the game.
Yeah, and she's powerful. So, Xbox right there.
I mean, it would be cool to see like another female character, but like She-Hulk is just not that interesting to me. It's really cool that they're doing is it Captain Marvel? Who's the new girl?
Captain Marvel, right?
No, it's not Captain Marvel. It's Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel.
Right? Yeah, the girl with the giant hand.
Yeah. That's a ridiculous superpower. Ms. Marvel. It'd be cool. I don't know who they could bring in. Like maybe somebody from like the MCU, like Star-Lord or somebody like that.
Cool. Yeah,
because people really like Star-Lord and the Guardians, like that. Like they could maybe pull from that.
Gamora.
Mm-hmm. The only issue though is if you start to pull from the Marvel, like I forget what it's called, but it's like intergalactic or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll probably get eviscerated by some super nerd. But like there's basically there's Marvel and like stuff that was going on Earth, and then like they started to expand off into space. So like I don't know if in this game they want to bring in like outer space stuff yet, because like I feel like that's always like what they build to.
Yeah.
Like they build to like the world expanding, like, oh, guess what? Like things aren't just Earth problems, they're everywhere problems.
Yeah, because that's what the MCU I think is going towards. Because they're bringing in they brought in Captain Marvel, they have the Guardians now, and then the rumor
what was that?
Galactic.
They had that show that failed so miserably.
The show that failed.
The Inhumans.
Oh. Okay, I got you. Because that was a spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Right? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what ABC's doing making those shows. Anyways, yeah, I think if I had to pick one just based on star power alone and like popularity, like I think people really like the Guardians movies, and like that's maybe what they would do, but if I'm like being more logical about it, I think that maybe probably not, because I doubt they want to go to space. But I don't know. That's my random guess.
Is it just going to be a playable character? Is Spider-Man just going to be a playable character, or is he going to have like a spin-off story?
Dude, I'm sure he'll have his own story arc, right?
Yeah, I honestly don't know how this game works. I don't know if it's like the Ultimate Alliance games where you swap in and out characters. It doesn't really matter. Like, there's no...
Well, it seemed like it did matter in, like, the first demo. Remember, there was, like, on the bridge, and it was, like, it was either Thor or Hulk or something. And, like, they were, like, tearing up the bridge, doing things that were, like, specific to their powers.
Yeah.
And then there's, like, the missions where, like, Tony Stark is, like, flying in the corridor, like, thing. Because it's not open world, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see much of this. There's a beta soon. But I don't know. I'll be interested to see what Spider-Man looks like. I mean, Spider-Man is just fun to play. Spider-Man is a fun character to play.
Absolutely.
Everybody likes him. Like, as long as they get the charisma down and, like, you know, he does the jokes while he's fighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, speaking of jokes, I mean, he's not really an Avenger, but you get Deadpool in the mix.
That would be pretty cool.
You know who becomes an Avenger? Is Wolverine.
Yeah, Wolverine would be cool. There's actually Deadpool might be considered an Avenger at some point.
Is he?
There's like,
I don't know.
I was playing, you know, I keep talking about Ultimate Alliance because that's like the most recent Marvel experience I've had.
Sure.
And they give you bonuses for
with the team makeup.
For the team makeup. So like like if you put Wolverine, Captain America, Iron Man, they're like the original Avengers, so you get a boost for the Avengers. And I feel like Deadpool had something like that.
He had something like that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I always thought Blade was a cool character.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going through the roster now. I'm like, Blade's pretty cool. That would be fun to play, to see what they could do with that, with the vampire.
Mm-hmm. Or if they just like do something real crazy and they just put a villain on Xbox, and for some reason the villain is teamed up for some random story or reason.
Well, they could do like Magneto, who's like not a true villain, or Loki, that's not a true villain. I think Loki's actually in that game, but you know,
I mean, Venom eventually becomes a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy because like they just find all the symbiotes in outer space, and it's just like crazy.
But they probably wouldn't be able to do that because that's part of the Spider-Man universe. And
oh, that's true. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird when I don't like when they lock stuff behind a certain platform.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Because I don't want to spend like $500 just so I could play as Spider-Man.
I mean, like, I'm about to though this November.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's different. That's different. That's a full game. Like, it's not like Miles Morales is coming to both platforms and they're locking, like, I don't know, Gwen Stacy or Spider-Gwen behind PlayStation. Like, these are multi-platform games.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done it in the past, like you said, with the
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, and I mean, the internet wasn't really a thing back then. Like, it wasn't a huge deal back then because that was GameCube era.
Yeah, it was like early.
So I don't remember it being
early forums.
I remember everybody loving Soul Calibur 2. Like, I don't know anybody
awesome.
that
was an awesome game.
Yeah. And everybody thinks, whenever I think of Soul Calibur 2, I think of Link because I played the GameCube. So I don't. Who knows? I mean, people will be mad about it when it's released, and then they'll forget about it.
That's true. I just want to know if the game's good or not.
I know, honestly. That's all I care about.
Like, it seems like it's gonna be mixed, so who knows?
I'll probably get it just because I like everything Marvel related, so I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I probably will too. Final thoughts?
Cam, are you gonna get it?
I don't really know. I'm not the biggest Marvel buff.
Does this sway you in any way? Like, you like Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, actually, I played like the first bit of it. I need to go back to it.
Yeah, so I don't like. Does this sway you to think about buying it because Spider-Man's in it, or are you just gonna pass on it because it doesn't interest you at all?
Probably. I mean, I like Spider-Man, so maybe I might pick it up now.
Yeah, I just didn't know if like this would influence somebody on the outside being like, "Oh my god, I want to play."
Somebody was on the fence, and then they say, "Hear the Spider-Man news," and they're like, "I'm in."
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about those Avengers, but I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, I bet that.
Well, like, I guess when you think about it, like when you first hear it, you're like, "Oh, I like the Spider-Man game," but like it's probably not the exact same Spider-Man as like the Spider-Man from the Insomniac game. It's like I think John said it already that it's probably just like whatever Crystal Dynamics version of Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
Word. Well, we'll report on it when we get more news. Definitely when there's an Xbox exclusive character, we'll let you know. So
maybe we'll hear about it at the State of Play.
Oh, I think we will. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the other stories this week and let us know how you felt about this story down in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. Talk to you all next time.